It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS TV3. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good evening. It's January 27th, 2018, and we are here at the Expo for today's game between the Bangor Rams and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, Frank Healy on camera, joined today by Mike Hoffer from The Forecaster for WPPS TV3 Sports. Frank, the Dogs beat Thornton Academy last night by 39 points. They rebounded really well.
A tremendous game. Team effort last night. We saw double figures from 4 players. But today we have a matchup with the Bangor Rams, which ironically, Steve, the first time these two teams met in March of 1916, Portland was coming off a win against Thornton Academy. Now that result was a 34-13 Bangor win, so I would expect something a little bit different here. Bangor's young. They have Matt Fleming playing for them, but expect for Portland to come out and try to keep the momentum going, back-to-back games, try to get back-to-back wins and get back on the right track.
Well, folks, Portland has an 18-17 advantage in games against Bangor, only 35 in their history, as Frank said, beginning in 1916. Mike, the Bangor Rams do have Matt Fleming, a transfer from Oxford Hills. He has been something else this year.
Right. I mean, we see around the league standout players come into the Expo and often do very well, and I know certainly Portland will be focusing on him, but this is a team that's kind of on the rise. I mean, it's still a group that's relatively young. They're enjoying more success than they have in the past, and I think they're bound and determined to finish in the top 4 this year so they can host a quarterfinal, and they don't have to come down here until the semifinals. I guarantee you that's one of Coach Carl Parker's focal points coming in, but they're a young team. They're fun to watch, and I think if they can get off to a good start today, they might give Portland a battle.
Well, Bangor is 7-5. They're ranked 3rd right now in Class AA North. We did have a chance to talk with Coach Parker beforehand. I think, a long trip, obviously. This is not his first, but his second stint coaching Bangor. He's been around.
He has been around, and he knows how to coach, and, this will be a good matchup of 2 coaching veterans. Obviously, Coach Russo has more ammunition, but Coach Parker is very wily, and he'll try to keep his team in the game.
Folks, it should be a very exciting matchup, and we'll bring you all of the action in a moment.
Our opponents this afternoon, the Rams of Bangor High School. Here are the starting lineups. At forward, for Bangor, number 10, junior co-captain Matt Fleming.
Set the record for Bangor with 45 points against Wyndham this season.
And a school record at Bangor is nothing to shake a stick at, Steve.
Portland, number 5, the junior Pedro Fonseca. Starting at guard for Bangor, number 11, the sophomore Henry Westers. At center for Portland, number 23, a junior Trey Balloon. Guard, Bangor High School, number 2, junior co-captain Damian Vance.
Player to watch.
Number 12, senior co-captain Manny Ugu. And the other starters are for Bangor, number 33, junior co-captain Noah Misplanner.
He's a 3-point threat.
Senior co-captain
Bangor always seems to have shooters going back as far as anyone can remember.
Our certified athletic trainer Blaine Lucas. Our officials for this game are Dennis Randall and Chuck Ranger. And now we're going to please stand for our national anthem.
So Bangor's ready. We'll have to see today what kind of magic the Dogs can bring to this game. The last night, Trey Ballou had a great night for the Dogs. Griffin Foley, acrobatic moves and just no-look passes last night, really on. Manny Hugo having a great night. Tehran, the starting five, had a great night.
I would look for Portland to try to get to Trey Ballou here. They have a definite size advantage over Bangor, with the exception of Fleming.
And this is Fleming and Ballou. Manny will control. So Hugo now.
Bangor out in man-to-man. And we'll have a hold.
Quick foul. Be on Vance.
First foul of the game on Bangor, number 2, Damian Vance.
Pedro skies up.
Nice little turnaround there coming off the inbound pass.
What a touch. 2-0.
Portland showing 2-2-1 pressure, and they get the steal.
Ballou underneath. Kicks it back out to Tehran for 3. He was hitting last night from, as you said, Machias. And a foul, Trey Ballou.
I'm sure that's not a spot that Coach Russo wants anybody pulling up from, but of course we have that great state of Maine map, Steve. We can have a lot of fun with that one. We have the props from the county. We can pull up from Jackman, a trap in Kittery.
Well, that could not have been more well said last night. Ballou converts 1 of 2. Dogs are up 3-0.
Portland now showing full court man here. We'll see if they jump.
So they've put Manny on Fleming today, yeah?
And Fleming likes to handle the ball. He's not a post player. As we'll see a travel there.
Goodness.
So I would expect to see Manny Hugo on him. I would also expect to see maybe Pedro Fonseca step out and play him. We saw Fonseca take on Ben Onek in the Deering game.
We will next be in Body Eagle, home of the Scots. Ballou.
A nice little dump by Portland. Bangor has Matt Fleming covering Tehran Moss, so that really opens things up inside.
And they break the press, not easily, but it's a nifty move by Damian Vance for 2. 5-2, Bangor on the board. Tehran 1 on 4.
Beautiful take, not enough rotation, no help side defense, and Tehran makes him pay. And we're back in 2-2-1.
Rebound will come to Westbridge. On the side to Miss Brenner. There's the 3 by Vance. So it is 7-5, essentially Bulldogs 7, Damian Vance 5. And last night, the Thornton Academy had 1 player scoring all their points in the first quarter.
Exactly. There's Ballou again.
Boy, that inside game is much improved on Ballou. Really a threat inside.
And Moss had a shot at drawing a charge there, but stayed on his feet.
Chadbourne will check in for Griffin Foley. So Simon is in. that has to change a team's defense a little bit in terms of, they have to know that he's got to be covered outside.
No, absolutely. Instead of having one player that you can't help off of, Moss, there's another player in Chadbourne.
Vance with the rebound. Pushes it up to Miss Brenner. On the left side is Smith. Fleming. Quiet so far today, puts it between his legs. Down and up, and...
we'll have a jump ball.
Interesting.
I don't think I say that Fonseca had a hand on it. Coach Carl Parker not happy with that call. Arrow says Bangor, though.
So Tehran. Whew. Oh my goodness.
Taking on the bigger player, doesn't matter.
Fleming touching his nose there. May have been hit on the way up.
Good trap by Portland. They take it away.
My goodness. Tehran with a seeing eye pass to Pedro. Up and in on the right hand layup.
Coach Carl Parker's going to want a timeout.
So 4:07 left in the first quarter. 13-5, the Dogs in front. So Noah Missenbrenner will inbound the ball here after the timeout. Coach Parker has a word with his team. Pushing it up quickly. Fleming on the three. Doesn't fall, but it'll be rebounded by Westrich. The long three doesn't fall again. This time it's Pedro. Quickly pushes it down the court. Tehran, right side again. Just willing the ball to himself and in.
And give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
This trap is really confusing Bangor. They break it, but no.
Nice take by Moss.
Fleming on the charge.
Fifth Bangor turnover.
Bangor foul. Number 10, Matt Fleming is first. Team foul number 3.
No call. Manny is
loose game is a loose game. Certainly getting physical out there, which I would say certainly falls Portland's way.
So a rebound by Westrich and a rebound by Fleming keep the ball in there. And now Fleming will be at the line shooting 2.
Foul be on Blue.
So you heard Coach Parker yell jump ball.
Well, certainly not without a sense of humor. This Fleming is just ice cold to start this game. Got a couple good looks from 3. Portland really closing out on when he puts it on the floor, but even now at the foul line.
So Manny and Trey will take a break as number 24 Lino Ben comes in under the basket here, and Griffin Foley is back in as well for the Dogs. It'll be Portland ball.
Miss Brenner all over Chadbourne there.
Well, 3-point specialist on 3-point specialist. Pedro skies up in the air for that, and then
nice
it comes
follow.
to Griffin.
That foul will be on number 24, Jason Smith.
It'll be his second, and Griffin will be at the line shooting 2.
Bangor fouls on number 24, Jason Smith, his second.
14 fouls on Bangor to 1 for Portland, and you know that Coach Parker is not happy with a couple of those non-calls.
Overall physical game, and
Bangor substitution.
Really an opportunity now, Steve, for us to highlight the differences in the game in the Northern Maine versus Southern Maine. Bangor plays with the Eastern Maine Board of Basketball Officials and Portland with the Western Maine Board. And as we saw typically in state tournament games in Bangor, games up there called significantly tighter than they are down here. So two opposite styles of basketball, both adapting to the referees.
Fleming follows, and he's up and in, fouled by Pedro.
Pass to 2 by Matt Fleming.
17-5 is the score. 2:15 left here in the first quarter. Portland Bulldog basketball today playing the Bangor Rams here at the Expo. Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt for WPPS TV3.
3-point play, Matt Fleming.
Fleming makes it a 3-point play, and he's got 3 in the game. It's a 9-point Portland lead.
Foley just kind of looked everyone off him, but can't hit the floater.
Yeah. And that's Pedro being unselfish, perhaps one time too many.
Exactly. Either put it up or kick it out, but trying to make that little nifty pass down low. Is Portland showing man-to-man pressure now?
And he'll come back and get a little instruction from Coach Rousseau. He's going to be sub 4 at the moment. Quinn Clark is in the game for the Dogs. Ben and Trey Ballou in together, 2 big men. We'll call them the Twin Towers here for the Bulldogs.
Well, that allows Portland to move somebody with a little more length out to play Fleming.
This is oh my goodness, too much. That happened last night as well. Just a little too far ahead.
And quarterback Moss overthrowing his receivers a little bit.
Yeah. Teron Moss and Griffin Foley, all conference players. The Class A North Portland football team. Nice defense by Lino Ben. Here's Brenner with a floater. And that should, okay, that's fair enough, but it looked like it was off of Fleming, but...
Well, a lot of bodies inside. And certainly the men in the striped shirt have a better angle than we do.
No question. Ben Fisher will check in now for Lino Ben, who gave the Dogs some good minutes. 17-8 is the score. 1:13 left in the first quarter.
Oh, Moss he was waiting for it. Oh, and Fleming gets it back.
My goodness.
Wow. Skying for that block.
How that isn't called a foul, though, at the end?
Foley gets the last laugh with a 3. But really, that was kind of after the fact. So if it were a foul, likely would have been on the floor.
Fair enough. But could that have been a foul, or is he just falling on somebody, so no? The other question is whether that's goaltending, but...
Well, ball was not coming down, and the ball hadn't hit the backboard yet.
That's the end of that.
So certainly not goaltending, just an athletic block by a tremendous player.
Well, it's a momentum boost for the Rams.
And they certainly need it at this point. Portland's going to try to play a little slower, try to prevent Bangor from taking advantage of that.
Clark for 3. In and out. Brenner with the rebound. Quickly up court here. Vance. Fleming for 3. In and out. Ballou with the rebound and a quick
5 seconds
pass.
Yeah, offensive foul. Good setup by Vance. He was waiting for Foley. They knew the Foley had to do something quickly with time running out.
Foul number 20, Griffin Foley, his first, team foul number 3.
0.6 seconds left here.
And barely enough time to catch and shoot, so I'd be surprised to see Bangor just grab the ball and go into the quarter break.
Right you are. So, at the end of the first quarter, the Bulldogs enjoy a 12-point lead, 20-8. Here we go now, starting the second quarter with the Dogs in front by 12. Teron Moss. Ballou, open.
with a hand in his face. Still got it online. Misbrenner rebound.
Vance inside. Oh, nifty move. But Fisher with the rebound. Fleming quickly recovers from the screen.
Foley. Not careful with the basketball. There'll be a block for Fisher, but it will stay Bulldog basketball.
Whoa, Manny, what an effort.
And Portland in that 2-3 zone now, coming off the inbound. See if Bangor adjusts. And Fleming just decides to shoot over it.
Yeah, that'll be on Foley for his second foul of the game.
Yeah, Foley just kind of flailing inside. Got a piece of number 11, Henry Westrich.
Foley is second, fourth on the team.
Westrich will be at the line. Checking in will be Pedro and Chadbourne after the first shot.
Chadbourne in Fonseca, return to goal.
Fisher and Foley will take a break. Converts both. Makes it a 10-point Portland lead here, 20-10. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Teron.
We'll have a blocking foul. The foul will be on Misbrenner.
And no foul, number 33, Noah Misbrenner. His first 5 team fouls. Teron Boss, 2 free throws.
As Moss buries the first.
7th point of the game, leads all scorers. Make it 8.
Free throws, Teron Boss.
There's a long pass that finds its way into Jason Smith's hand.
Oh, that Misbrenner just left it out there for Moss. Up and under, that'll be a foul on Fleming.
Bangor foul, number 10, Matt Fleming, his second. Team foul number 6, Teron Boss. 2 free throws.
Moss perfect from the line so far tonight.
I think that buzzer was an inadvertent buzzer, as I don't think anybody checked in.
Well, in that case, we're going to have to call out Portland timekeeper Dave Ovasser for that one.
I've only known him since we played Little League together. Little League 4 back in the day. And avoiding the violation will be Coach Parker by calling a timeout. So 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. 24-10, the Dogs up by 14. Misbrenner will inbound to the press. Well, quickly pull back. That's a travel, it looked like, but I guess I'm going to say Ballou got him on the arm.
Second foul on Trey Ballou.
It's amazing what they call a shooting foul these days sometimes, it seems.
And continuation rules differ across basketball, too. We'll see Ben Fisher checking in now. He'll replace Ballou.
Ballou will leave with 5 points and a rebound. Fleming with his 5th point of the game, 24-12. Chadbourne was just manhandled inside there a little bit, no call. Fisher with a nice move up.
And nice fight by Ben Fisher.
Yeah, he's shown some great promise the last few games, some nice minutes. Coach Russo's so good at getting the best out of every one of his players.
And he always seems to find that extra guy he can put inside to spell his big man.
Teron Moss. The rebound quickly down to Manny. Stolen by Westrich. Vance up and not in. Pedro with the ball. Should be Portland ball. Good call. Number 22, Nathan Richardson will check in for Noah Misbrenner for Bangor.
Portland's going to let Pedro Fonseca run the point. We'll see if they open something up for a shot out of Moss.
Oh my goodness. That was Pedro passing to himself essentially 3 times. Third time the charm, it's in for 2. 5 minutes left in the first half. 28-12 is the score.
Portland still showing that 2-2-1 pressure. A nice backdoor cut by Fleming. Able to kind of sneak behind Fonseca.
Up and in. 28-14. 4.5 minutes left. The Bulldogs in front here at the Expo. We have a timeout, Portland. So, 4:23 left in the first half. There's your score. Pedro to Teron. Up and in for Manny. Can of corn. His first 2 of the game.
Just using superior quickness there.
Vance for 3. Recovered by Richardson. Fleming inside. Oh my goodness. That was fun to watch.
Talk about athleticism, just going right by everybody, cramming it home.
Jason Smith, his third.
His third, 17 on Moss. There's 2 free throws.
Toronto with an opportunity to make it a 16-point lead here. He's hit all 5 of his free throws this half, this quarter. Riley Nason is in for Smith. Number 50 is Riley Nason. Moss converts. It is a 16-point lead.
Portland still showing the press here.
Steal by Mr. Chadbourne. Kicked out to Pedro. Doesn't fall, but Manny is there. Oh my goodness. Hangs up there. Nice effort. The Dogs defending now and a man.
Bangor will go 1-4 low here.
Vance from the foul line. Moss skies for that rebound.
Nice idea, but telegraphed it a little too much. Vance takes it away.
For 3, Fleming doesn't fall, but the rebound put back by Westrich. So it's 32-18, 2:21 left here in the first half. Foley inside, gets his
nice
own
follow.
The man will not be denied. His 7th point of the game. 34-18. Quinn Clark set to check in for the Dogs. Fleming just not hitting today. Chadbourne with the rebound. Pedro on the right side. Inside to Manny. He's got 2 over him and just comes up out of the pack and scores.
Quite the collision underneath.
Foley's going to call that foul. It was a heck of a play. It's his 3rd foul of the game.
When the basket will count.
Number 20, Griffin Foley, who's 3rd. Team foul number 6.
No basket.
Westrich misses the first one. Quinn Clark will check in for Manny Yugu rather. And Griffin Foley will stay in.
One free throw, Henry Westrich.
Pedro, quick hands, loses it, gets it back again. In the corner, Simon.
Give him room, he'll burn you all day.
We were watching him warm up, and he just wasn't missing in warm-ups either. He just hits anywhere beyond that line.
Nice steal by Chadbourne.
It's his 2nd of the game. Then he loses it. Years ago, Deering had a player, Evan Lelansky, used to come in and hit the seeing eye threes.
And I remember him well. Torched Cheverus my freshman year.
Vance for 2. 39-21 is the score. 22 seconds left here in the first half. Clark with the ball. For 3. Doesn't fall that time, but the rebound will come to Griffin Foley. Nothing doing. Fleming will get credit for the rebound. 39-21 is your score. We're at halftime. So we're here at halftime. The Dogs are up 39-21, an 18-point lead on the strength of 12 points by Teron Moss, and really an all-around great effort by the Dogs so far.
Especially on the defensive side, Steve, holding Matt Fleming to 9. We've seen the Moss-Fleming matchup. That was one that we were excited to see coming into the game. So far, Moss with the upper hand. Portland doing a great job of closing out on Matt Fleming's outside shot. And he's had a nice dunk there, but still only counts for 2 points.
Well, that's Coach Russo's mantra when Lino Ben had that monster dunk last year as well. It does kind of electrify the crowd, though.
It does, and so did that block. How impressive was that when it looked like Teron had an easy layup and Fleming came from nowhere, went up above the rim to knock the ball away. That's one of the more impressive block shots I've seen. But all in all, Portland's doing what Portland does. You get contributions from the starters, from the reserves. They don't panic if the other team has success in a couple possessions. And, what really impresses me is how every guy that takes the floor does a little bit of everything, not just scoring. And, this team just keeps getting better, and we're almost in February, and that's what you expect from a Coach Russo team.
Here you are. You have Matt Fleming, who is the largest, the tallest player on the court, being guarded very handily by Manny Yugu.
Yeah, and he's so athletic, and I'm sure it's not fun being guarded by Manny Yugu because I'm sure he's a pest out there defensively. And if you bring the ball down, he's going to swat it away and take it. And he's also looking to be very unselfish on the offensive end. He's got a couple of assists, so he's certainly contributed quite a bit, even though he's not scoring a lot.
Folks, we'll bring you second half action in a moment. So the teams are going to come out with their starting lineups here. So around the horn here for the Rams.
And we see Fleming defended by Ballou.
Oh, that jump hook, he's got the moves, they're not really falling. That's the difference.
No box out there by Trey Ballou. Fleming just able to let go of his shot, take a couple steps, walk right in and grab the rebound.
Turnover. Waiting patiently. Vance with the jumper, doesn't fall. Skying up for that rebound is Jason Smith.
Well, plenty of room in and out for Fleming.
Manny with the rebound. Oops. Pass to nowhere.
11th Portland turnover.
And for Manny Ugo.
Just 7 for the Rams. That's an unusual statistic.
Bangor taking care of the basketball here. But even that, not enough.
Gee, the team's starting lineups aren't completely the same as Quinn Clark is in. Starting here for the Bulldogs. Or has he just come in?
I think he just spelled Hugo with the last dead ball.
So there we go. Fleming on Moss. Whoa, he travels. Oh, he's going to say he got fouled first.
I'm not sure about that one.
Open foul, number 4, Ron Moss. His first on the team.
If you look at Coach Russo, I mean, he's teaching, but he is cool as a cucumber. Very, very, I've personally never seen him yell at an official. Just handles it calmly and uses every call, it seems, as a teaching moment, every mistake as a teaching moment. No mistake there. Moss for 3 for his 15th point of the game, 42-21.
Well, it's easy to be calm with a 21-point lead.
Whoa. A no call on Smith.
A lot of ball there by Westrich.
Nice shot by Westrich. You have to figure that in all of his years, because we've only been part of this team during these really, really successful years. But, you know, Joe Russo's reputation is as a gentleman, and that preceded his great success as well. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Can get fire at times, as can every good coach.
His second, first on the
But I think the key is knowing when to use it and when not to use it.
Lino Man back.
we did see him a little animated in Scarborough last week for, some might say, some good reasons. Pushes it over to Griffin.
Well, there's the matchup you want, Ballou inside.
Instead, Ben.
Oh, nice little
Acrobatic.
Ben.
His first 2 of the game.
Long skip pass. Missbrenner working his way in.
Nice, nifty move there. We'll see who that's going to be on. It looks like Griffin.
That'll be 3 fouls on Griffin Foley.
Number 20, Griffin Foley, his fourth.
Oh, correction, that is 4.
Yeah. Would I expect him to come out, or he's going to get, perhaps not a 3-point play. He's going to stay in for now.
Well, maybe an opportunity for Foley to play with 4 fouls. You never know what situations you run into in the tournament. So Portland may have to have some players playing careful basketball.
There's Ballou and Ben fighting for a rebound, and Ballou gets it.
A 5-second call. Has Vance closely guarding. It'll be another Portland turnover. 13th turnover for the Bulldogs to 9 for Bangor.
Fleming well covered. Ballou on him now, by the way. Oh, boom. Ben, all ball. And here he comes now on the other end. Oh, my goodness, he tried to stuff it in, and he's blocked.
Fleming.
Whew, what a matchup.
Athleticism versus athleticism.
And Fleming kind of pats Ben in a show of sportsmanship.
And Joe Russo's going to want a timeout.
44-26, 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Dogs are in command. Here we go after the timeout. The Dogs are up by 18.
Another turnover for Bangor. Oh, nice little acrobatic floater falling down there by Ballou.
It is a 20-point Dogs lead right now. Fleming up, just not hitting. Comes to Tehran on the right side. Over to Pedro. Foley shakes off one, gets the shot off. Commanding rebound by Fleming, quickly down court. For 3, Ballou.
And there's the matchup Portland wanted, but Moss can't finish it. Rips the ball away, though.
Oh my gosh, what effort.
Portland substitution, number 30, Simon Chadbourne, in for Teron Moss.
Vance long range, no good. Rebound to Ballou.
Nice day on the boards today for Trey Ballou. Nice day inside. Ben Fisher set to check in. Ben underneath, but it's intercepted by Miss Brenner. Fleming.
Nice couple follows.
Boy, the entire Bangor crowd wanted a call on some Portland player.
I think the whole city of Bangor wanted a call on that.
Ben Fisher, at Portland in for Eno Ben.
I know Ben will take a seat.
Ben Clark, also back to Portland in for Pedro Fonseca.
Nobody near Chadbourne.
You don't want to do that.
Steve, from up here, we can hear number 11, Henry Westrich, calling out here, and there was nobody there.
There was nobody there. 49-26, 109 left in the third quarter. Here we go.
Portland showing full court man pressure. A 10-second violation against Bangor. 12th Rams turnover.
Fisher over to Quinn Clark now. Rotating, Foley inside, shakes off one, gets it to Chadbourne. Oop. Yeah, couldn't get the handle on it, so instead he'll try to float it in. That's his own rebound.
That good ball reversal.
Once again.
And I say Foley stepped out.
Yeah, once again, Chadbourne was open in the right corner.
And that's what that ball reversal baseline drive can do. Bangor doing a good job of taking away the baseline. Foley stepped out.
Down court quickly, Vance. Floats it home.
Nice touch by Damian Vance.
No Bangor player yet in double figures, but Fleming's at 9, Vance at 9. 49-28 is the score. Ballou for 3 at the buzzer. It doesn't fall. 49-28 is how we will end the third quarter. The Dogs are in front. So we start the fourth quarter with Griffin Foley in, Manny Hugo, Fonseca, Ballou, and Moss, the starting 5.
Now, there's that post.
Griffin for 3. He hits it. His second 3 of the game. He hits double figures. That's 10 points for Griffin Foley. 52-28 now is the score.
Really in a situation there where Fonseca could have rotated and set up for the charge. Instead, he goes up in the air, and he'll be called for a foul.
Open foul, number 5, Pedro Fonseca for the second. 4th on the team. And the Western at the line.
At that time.
These two teams with a long history, Steve, according to legend, playing a football game in the 1890s for the right to wear the color red.
Well, let's just say that I'm sure there are many people at Portland that are glad that they must have lost that game.
Of course, Peter Gribben could not confirm the story, just confirming that he too had heard the legend. As we see another 3 from Foley.
Griffin Chadbourne for 3. No, I'm kidding. Wonderful effort by Griffin Foley today. 3 looked like a little steps there. Tehran on the rebound. Griffin Foley has stepped in today with 3 threes and so many weapons the Dogs have. Like that one, Tehran Moss for 2. Griffin Foley has done it in many ways the past few games for the Dogs. He's scored inside, outside, threes, and just like that.
Foley on a big run here. Coach Parker will want to talk.
59-29, it's a 30-point lead for the Dogs.
So as we have a look at Bangor assistant coach John McCallion. McCallion, one of the best players to come out of Bangor. 2008 regional championship team, 2007 state championship team that beat Portland. See a nice block there by Ballou. McCallion went on to play at University of Maine, Orono. Now back at his alma mater as JV coach, helping out Carl Parker.
That is something we did not know. In the paint, for 2 is Fleming. He hits double figures, 11 now in the game. 59-31. Tehran from downtown. Ballou underneath. Tehran back in.
No calls, straight up inside.
In the corner, a block by Ballou.
Good work to get a piece, as we saw Nathan Richardson pulling up for the corner 3.
And I call Ballou part of the Killer Bees. He's had several of them today. Several blocks.
Caruso, number 20, is in the game.
Way downtown is Vance, and he hits it.
From Quebec.
He hits double figures as well now. He's got 12 for the game. Inside, what a nifty pass by Foley to Manny. Oh, and a steal. And Moss back up. Don't look down, Frank. 63-34, 5 minutes left here in this contest. Bangor will take the long bus ride home today. Foul on Simon.
It'll be on the floor.
It'll be on Trey, his third. Up and in Vance.
Damian Vance for 2.
Damian Vance putting on a show here today. Nice effort for Bangor.
And Bangor, no seniors on the team. So a squad that we should be on the watch for next year.
Chadbourne showing he can do it inside as well with his 8th point of the game. Fleming doesn't fall that time. Griffin Foley with the rebound. He's got Chadbourne and Ballou on the wings up. He's just going to take it coast to coast himself. Playing with abandon with 4 fouls here today. There's a nice 3 for Westrich.
And really for Foley, a chance to prove to himself that he can play hard in foul trouble. Something that Portland may need going down the stretch.
Oh, nice no-look feed by Moss to Ballou for 2 inside. That's 9 for Trey Ballou. Oh my gosh, what a move by Fleming! Actually stuffed by the rim.
I think that was Ballou's hand on that one, Steve. He came right back to him.
We get Ballou for a block then. And, oh, Manny, that rebound. Chadbourne for 3, doesn't hit, but Manny's right there.
He'll be fouled.
By Jason Smith, his 4th. Ethan Thea set to check in for the Dogs. He came in last night with 3 baskets in a row. As Manny will convert the first foul shot. Pedro also will come in as Griffin Foley and Trey Ballou will take a seat for the rest of the game. 3:25, 70-39 is the score. 71-39. Manny Hugo hits 2 foul shots. From the foul line. Right back underneath and in for Henry Westrich. He's got 13. He's in double figures for the Rams.
And really, those are the 2 players that Portland doesn't mind giving up those points to. It's Fleming for 11 instead of 35 that is the difference here.
Chadbourne for 3. He's in double figures with 11. He is something else. And there's Matt Fleming to match from the corner.
Fleming's first 3-pointer of the day.
Moss blocked.
And we'll have a foul. We'll see what's on. Could be Moss, could be Thea. And it'll be Thea.
Six on the team.
Fleming from downtown. Oh my goodness.
He rolls that one in. Fleming's trying to get his eye, but too little too late here for Bangor.
Bangor has the press on here. Quickly broken as Greenwood is setting up for the three. Thea underneath. He's fouled.
And that'll be the 5th foul on number 24, Jason Smith.
So he'll be out of the game, as Bangor is going to have wholesale changes here.
No, we'll see the procedure here. I believe they'll only be able to bring in one player for Smith. The rest will have to wait till after the foul shot.
And that'll be Riley Nason. Nathan Richardson set to check in. Quinn Richards, Parker Noyes, and Carter Corey will all check in.
Richards, number 5 is in. Parker Noyes, number 1, also in the Bangor.
See if Thea can get on the board 2 days in a row. He does.
And free throw.
Derek Ashami set to check in for the Dogs. Thea with the rebound. Quinn Clark around his back. Greenwood to Manny. Shoots it out to Quinn. Quinn for 3, doesn't fall. Thea with a rebound. Hard down, hard up. Oh my goodness gracious. Excellent fight. Greenwood gets on the board for 2. Thea with a couple of great rebounds in there. 77-47. 30-point Portland lead. Manny to Simon.
Why not?
Out for 3.
We'll have it over the back call against Greenwood. It'll be Bangor ball. And Bangor will be shooting 1-1 here with 30 seconds left.
21, Richard Greenwood is first. 7 on the team.
Number 5, Quinn Richards will be shooting 1-1.
1-1.
Not a large crowd here today in Portland. Doesn't convert, so instead Quinn Clark will take the ball as Ashami rebounds. Well, 8 seconds, so.
Portland just pull the ball out here.
And that will do it. The Portland Bulldogs with a 30-point victory here today, 77-47 over the Bangor Rams.
Had a basket and a free throw for 3. Henry Westbridge had a three baskets, 4 free throws for 13. Damian Vance had 2 threes, 4 baskets for 14 points. High score for Bangor, 2 threes, 4 baskets, and 3 free throws. Pat Fleming. Scoring for Portland, Ethan Thea had a free throw for 1. Dino Van a basket, 2 points. Richard Greenwood a basket, 2 points. Dan Fisher a basket, 2 points. Pedro Fonseca had 3 baskets for 6. Danny Newton had 2.
So this week, the second game of a doubleheader, the Dogs do pretty nicely after having won last night. Tonight they win by 30 as they beat Bangor 77-47 on the strength of 19 points by Teron Moss, 17 points by Griffin Foley, including 2 threes. Trey Ballou had 9 points. Simon Chadbourne had 11, including 3 threes. Again, the Dogs really doing it tonight in every different way.
A great effort across the board. Portland running a little bit more half-court offense, spreading the floor in those half-court sets. We didn't see a whole lot of turnovers and fast breaks till towards the end, so kind of proving that they can play another brand of basketball, a brand we may have to see later on in February as we get to tournament time.
Folks, the Bangor had big games from their expected players. Matt Fleming led Bangor with 17 points. Next up was Damian Vance with 14, Henry Westrich with 13. But they came up short tonight, as that's pretty much all the scoring they had, aside from a 3 from Noah Messbrenner. So, the Dogs are victorious today, 77-47. This is Steve Schwartz, along with Frank Myatt for Mike Hoffer and Frank Healy on camera. WPPS TV3 saying so long from the Expo, where today the Dogs go to 13-1. We'll see you at Bonnie Eagle. Good night.